Jiffy Pots. They start out like these little cookies almost. This is what spinach seeds look like. Hi, welcome to our check-in. My name is Kelsey and I'm a children's educator here at Ginter Botanical Garden. This week we're going to be checking in from the children's garden greenhouse. We're going to be propagating for fall planting. That means we're going to be starting seeds and talking a little bit about what kinds of plants we like to plant in the fall here in the children's garden and how to start seeds and propagate them in the greenhouse. So we're going to be starting a lot of seeds in the brassica family, which is also known as the mustard family or cole crops. And plants in the brassica family that you might be familiar with are arugula, kale, cauliflower, and then we have another type of kale. Also some more that you might be familiar with are broccoli and cabbage and Brussels sprouts. So we're going to be starting those because they like cooler temperatures and we like to grow those in the fall and the spring. We're also going to be planting spinach. Spinach is actually in the amaranth plant family, and spinach is a cold tolerant plant. So we'll be planting that as well. We're going to be starting those seeds in the greenhouse, and then some other ideas for seeds that you can plant directly into the garden bed in the soil or direct sow are radishes, turnips, and carrots. So I'm going to start some in these really nifty things called Jiffy Pots, and I have a bunch of these in the children's garden, so I figure I would try it out this year. They start out like these little cookies almost, and they're made out of peat, and then you get them wet and they sort of expand, and you can plant your seed directly in the little hole at the top. So I'm gonna start out with some spinach seeds. This is what spinach seeds look like. And I'll just put 2 in each pot. Just like that. So I put 2 seeds in each of the pots because if one of them doesn't germinate, then likely the other one will, and I won't have watered and looked after a pot for nothing. It's also important to know what kind of seed you're planting and what kind of germination requirements that seed had. So some like to be buried a little bit deeper, some like to be on the surface, some need dark, some want it to be light, some need to be frozen or soaked in water before they're planted. Also, we are in a greenhouse because it's nice and warm in here. The glass traps in heat and heat radiation, which keeps it warmer in here than it is outside. And that's good because seeds need warmth in order to germinate, and the warmer it is, the faster your seed will germinate. We have to make sure to keep the seeds nice and moist so that they will not halfway germinate and then dry out. Also, some plants like to be direct sown into the garden and don't like to be transplanted from, say, a Jiffy pot or another type of pot into the soil. So those types of plants are like these carrots, turnips, and our radishes. So these will just go directly into the garden. So another thing that I've been planting in the children's garden are cover crops. Cover crops are usually seeded over a larger area, and they can help improve the soil quality by keeping the soil covered in the winter. Different cover crops can be pollinator food sources, like the one I'm about to show you. So buckwheat is one of my favorite cover crops. It makes really pretty little white flowers like you can see there, and the honeybees love the buckwheat, so I'm planting that for to keep this garden bed covered and also to help the honeybees. Thanks for watching our check-in. I hope you guys will check back in on Friday morning for story time with Miss Tarnisha. She'll be reading a story called Goodbye Summer, Hello Autumn. Thanks again. Have a good week.